Tragedy in Costa Mesa as a city employee leaps to his death.
The 29-year-old maintenance worker was one of more than 200 employees set to receive pink slips today from the city. Many were offended by the actions of Costa Mesa's mayor, Gary Monahan.
2 hours after Pham died, Monahan spoke to us from outside his local restaurant and Irish pub where a St. Patrick's Day celebration was underway.
I showed up at City Hall within, hours of Pham. His suicide. And so a lot of the city was galvanized at that moment. And we had been following everything that was, the attacks on our services and our employees. And yet that was something that kind of brought everybody together. It's the first time that I actually met Nick Berardino in person. We met in the parking lot, and he was tore up. Everybody was. And from that moment on, it was just a natural progression that we all joined together, and everybody started to work together to stop what was happening in our city.
Unfortunately, Costa Mesa was part of a broader political strategy to dismantle and attack the voice of working people across the state of California. The National Republican Party called Costa Mesa its ground zero in its attack against working families. Their plan was to lay off all the employees in the city, thereby diminishing the voice of working people. And once they were successful in Costa Mesa, they wanted to take that strategy city by city across Orange County and then later across the state.
I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for OCEA. I'm one of the ones that had a layoff notice after 30 years of service. So I personally understand the amount of time that has gone through OCEA in this fight, and that's evident. None of us would be here today if it wasn't for OCEA and their efforts. And from the start of February 25th, when we found it out on the agenda for these massive layoffs, OCEA jumped right in and went right to work, and they haven't stopped ever since.
Nick has been incredibly instrumental in helping to form the glue and the inspiration that all of the union members need to engage in this fight, but also community members need. And when I say glue, I mean, Nick knows how to bring people together and help us work together in a positive and productive way. When I say inspiration, that first city council meeting that I went to, when the workers were told that they were going to be given layoff notices next month, they were, visibly shaken, upset, and they felt almost hopeless. But Nick and OCEA has inspired all of these workers to come together and work together for a better future for our city, but also for our, broader community.
Thankfully, to the Repair Costa Mesa campaign, we're able to actually start having a real conversation and a dialogue amongst all the residents of Costa Mesa, whether they're represented on the city level or they're just, a nurse or a teacher or a grocery store worker or a hotel worker. We're able to now have this conversation in real time about real facts about how our services are being attacked. And that's something that probably wouldn't have been able to happen without Repair Costa Mesa coming in and helping do the groundwork that needs to be done to have this discussion. We now have a rallying cry that we want to stop the attacks on the workers until we can look and have studies about the best way to move forward and to properly provide services and use our tax dollars and have, respect for the people who provide those services to us. We got to thank Repair Costa Mesa for enabling that dialogue to occur. And it's happening. It's happening on every street. It's happening in every corner of the city. And I just want to, I'm just thankful that actually happened.
Thanks to the efforts of Repair Costa Mesa, the community, the OCEA Board of Directors, and everybody who rallied together in our labor community to fight against this politically motivated attack, they've been blocked at every single turn.